You ain't no bad man. Blood, you a liar, 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 liar.
Hello everyone, so I quite clearly no longer have braces and that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. So if you want to know how I coped with being a metal mouth, then just keep watching. So before I actually go into the questions, I just want to show you what my teeth looked like before braces, because I absolutely hated my teeth. I was so like, no, I was just done with them. Like I hated them so much. Pardon me, Jesus Christ. But basically before I had braces, I had Nanny McPhee teeth. Basically that meant that the majority of my teeth were semi-decent, apart from one tooth that just kind of went its own little way, like Nanny McPhee's tooth does. It just kind of sticks out and does its own thing. That was my teeth. So in January 2015, I finally went to the dentist and got my braces, so that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video, and just letting you know all the stuff you need to know. So the first question is, are your eating options limited? For me, it was for like the first 2 months, because obviously when you first get your braces, your teeth are going to ache a few days after, because obviously your teeth are not used to having something on them, and then all of a sudden they've got all this metal on and it's just kind of like, so your teeth kind of like ache and hurt like after you've had them put them on. The only kind of foods I could eat like after I'd had them on were like mashed potatoes, ice cream, spaghetti, pasta, like loads of soft foods. But like after that I ate anything, and they do give you like a little booklet which like you're not allowed to drink fizzy pop, you're not allowed to eat chewing gum, you're not allowed to have toffee or caramel or anything that can break or damage your braces. But to be honest, as long as you keep your teeth clean and eat carefully, it really doesn't matter like what you eat, because I drank fizzy pop like at the start. I drank it like out of a straw because I was scared it was going to like stain my teeth, but by the end like that's all I drank. I still ate like caramel and had chewing gum while I had braces because it never got stuck in them. So as long as you're careful and you clean your teeth properly, it's fine. Like just eat whatever you want. But if you're someone that's like really like clumsy and like, yeah, then just stick to the food list that they give you. The next question is, did you need any procedures before getting them on, like removing your teeth, etc., and did that hurt if you did? Before I got my braces, I had to have 3 teeth removed because I still had 3 baby teeth left in my mouth. So I went to the normal dentist and they basically just injected my mouth to make it numb. You don't feel a thing, so don't be scared if you are getting teeth pulled out because you don't feel it. Your mouth is numb. You don't even feel getting the injection because they put a gel on before they inject your teeth. Inject your teeth, inject your gums, and then they just pull them out, but you really don't feel it. The only thing is you hear them, like you hear it pulling your teeth out, but like that doesn't really like affect you because you can't feel it, so it's all good. The next question is, how long did it take you to get used to them? It was really weird at the start because obviously, like I said, your teeth aren't going to be used to having something on them. So like at the start, your like top lip or your bottom lip, like whatever you get in your braces, will like get caught on them, so you're gonna have to like keep like pulling your lip off of it because it will get like stuck to it. Like it sounds really weird, but that does happen. But like after the first 3 months or so, like your mouth goes completely fine and you get used to them a lot easier than when you first get them on. Then somebody asked, how do you keep your teeth white with braces? I honestly don't know, because I don't think my teeth are like that white. They're just like standard, but I just use whitening toothpaste and a toothbrush. That is literally all I use to keep my teeth looking like they do. And then someone asked, how long have you had your braces for? So I got my braces in January 2015 and I had them taken off October 2017. So I had mine for 2 and a bit years, which is longer than most people. Most people have them for like 1.5 years, 2 years. But I had other braces in and out of normal braces, which is why my procedure took a lot longer. The next question is, what was the thing that bugged you the most? The thing I hated the most about braces was getting food stuck in them, because you'd literally just be like talking and then you'd feel a bit of food and you're like, that's been stuck in there for like 3 hours or something, and you just have to like spit it out. Like, honestly, it's disgusting, but you just cannot help it. Like food gets stuck in your braces all the time, so just be prepared for that. Then somebody asked, what was the first colour you chose? The first colour I chose for my braces was light blue. Because that was like the only like nice colour that they had that wouldn't be as visible as if I were to get like yellow or green or orange or something. So I got a light blue as my first colour. Somebody asked for before and after pictures of braces, so I'll just put them on the screen now. This is before I got braces and this is what they look like now. Then somebody asked, what was the worst thing about getting them? Honestly, it's the moulds. The moulds are the worst part. Like, getting the braces on is fine, you don't feel a thing. It's the moulds you get before your braces, which just honestly, I cannot stand it, because the little dentist lady sits there and she's like, do you have a bad gag reflex? And I'm like, yeah. And then she like puts the little thing on and she like slaps it, like the paste in the little mould, and then she's like, right, I'm gonna put it in. And then they do it, and it, like, honestly, like, there's so much, because obviously they have to get like a solid mould, like it like goes right to the back of your throat and you just stare like gagging, but it's honestly disgusting. But it's over like really quick. I just hate the whole moulds. Then somebody asked, when did the pain stop and go down? So the pain is usually like after you first get them on, or when you get your braces tightened, and it usually tends to go down after like 3 or 4 days. It's honestly, it's not that long and it's not that bad. It literally just feels like your gums are bruised. Like, you know when you touch a bruise and it hurts? That's what it feels like on your gums, if that makes sense. Then somebody asked, do you miss them or are you glad to have them off? When I first got my braces off, I missed them so much, because they had been like in my mouth for like 2 and a bit years, and I'd just gotten so used to them. I felt bare without them and I wanted them back on so much, because I honestly didn't mind how I looked with braces, and I actually thought I looked pretty decent. And then obviously as soon as I got them off and I see my teeth, I was like, oh my god, no, like, I want them back on now. I hated it so much, but obviously I've had a few days to get used to it now, and I kind of digging it, kind of am. Obviously I'm happy with how they look compared to what they were in the start, but like, I do miss them a bit. And somebody asked, did you get bullied because of them? When I got my braces on in 2015, a lot of people at my school at the time already had braces and were getting braces, so it wasn't kind of like a big thing, so people didn't really like take the mick out of it or anything. They just kind of was like, oh yeah, you've got braces, cool, yeah, like whatever. So no, I didn't get bullied for having braces, thankfully. Someone asked, I don't know if you will know the answer, but when you get them off, is there like a mark where they have been because it's been covered up for a while? If you just keep up to brushing your teeth and like brushing around like the brackets and stuff like that, there's no mark. Well, I didn't have a mark where mine were anyway, but I just brushed my teeth just like when and whenever and made sure I got all the crap off of them, so. I really like this question. Somebody asked, did you get both bottom and top braces put on the same day? So when I first got my braces, I only had them on my top 6 teeth, so like from these teeth inwards, and I had none on the other set of teeth, and that is because I had another like sort of pair of braces, which I'll talk about later on. But yeah, I only had my braces on my top 6 teeth when I first got them, and then I moved on to something else, and then I got obviously the rest of them here and the rest of them on my bottom teeth a few months later. Which leads into the next question, where somebody asked, what types of braces are there and can you explain them? So I only know of the 2 types of braces which I had, which are train tracks, which obviously are like the most popular ones, and then I also had block braces, which honestly, no thanks, never again, nah. Basically, block braces are used to align your jaw, so if you have a really like bad overbite, I had such a bad overbite, like honestly it was ridiculous, so I had to have block braces, and they're basically like in and out removable braces that you click into your bottom and top teeth, and it has like obviously blocks at the bottom and they like pull your jaw forward. It sounds really painful but you don't really feel it, and I had to have them on for 7 or 8 months I think it was, but luckily I got mine put on in the 6-week holidays, so I had a chance to get used to them and talk with them in the 6-week holidays for when I went back to school, and obviously I just had to remove them in and out when I talked, when I ate, and obviously when I brushed them, because I had to clean them and clean my teeth at the same time. So yeah, I had block braces and train tracks, which it was not fun. And somebody asked, how old were you when you got them? So I got my braces in 2015, so I was 14 when I got my braces, and I was 16 when I got them off. And then the final question is it painful to get them removed? You do not feel a thing. They just have like these little clippers, and they basically just clip off the brackets, and then they will like use a little file thing, and they'll like file all your teeth, then they'll put a polish on them and make you rinse your mouth out, and that is it. It's honestly so simple and so quick. But that is everything I have to talk about today about braces. If you have any other questions about them, leave them down below and I'll answer them for you. But honestly, if you're getting braces, don't be scared. Enjoy them while you can, because the time does go really quick having them, and yeah, your teeth will look great. So if you don't want to get them, just think you're going to have perfect teeth afterwards. Not saying they might be perfect because they're not, but yes.
Moving up cornflakes, Rice Krispies, whole time I get with my